I'm going to show you how to crochet a flower hexagon. The first step is to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to slip stitch back into the first chain stitch that we created, and this forms a ring from our chain. You can now see that we have a ring of chain stitches. Now I'm going to begin the next round by chaining 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to double crochet around the ring that we made in the last step. Here's one double crochet and chain 1. You're going to be repeating that 5 times. Double crochet, chain 1 5 times. Double crochet, chain 1. Now I've repeated that 5 times, double crochet, chain 1, and you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets in this round, and then the chain that we began the round with right here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do to slip stitch this back to the chain that began the round, and this is going to form the center of our flower. Okay? At this point you're going to want to change the color of the yarn, so I'm going to tie on the new color of the dark purple. Okay, to start the next round we're going to chain 3, 2, 3, and then the next thing we're going to do is double crochet 3 times in the hole that is closest to our hook, which would be this one right here. So we're going to double crochet 1, 2, 3 times. Now if you count the chain stitch that we started the round with, there are 4 double crochet stitches in that first hole. Now we're going to chain 1 to get to the next hole, and then we're going to double crochet 4 times again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our chain stitch to get to the next hole. We're going to continue that around, double crocheting 4 times in each open space of the last round, and chain stitching 1 time between each set of 4 double crochets. Okay, now here we are with the entire round crocheted. Now the next round, to start our next round, we're going to chain stitch 3 times, and then you're going to double crochet 6 times in the hole closest to your crochet hook. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one will be 6. Now if you count that first chain stitch that we made in the row, you have 7 stitches in this first space, and as we continue around our flower, each space will have 7 double crochet stitches. Now between each set of double crochet stitches we're going to chain once. So here's my first chain, and then I'm going to double crochet 7 times in this next hole. And I'm going to pause the recorder while I do that. Okay, here I am at the end of that round. I have double crocheted 7 times in each space of the previous round, and then I chain 1 to get to the next hole. Since I'm at the end of my round, I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain stitch that I made to start my round, just to go ahead and hook those together. Okay, now I'm going to begin the next round, and the next round is going to be done in a different color yarn, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch my yarn color now. I'm going to switch back to the light lavender color that I was using before in the center of the flower. And I just make a square knot to tie those 2 yarns together. Okay. So I changed my yarn color. I'm going to chain twice to start the next round. Now I'm going to begin going around my flower single crocheting. Oops, not double crochet this time, single crochet around the edge. This makes a bit of a border around the edge of your flower. That was 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, as you can see, I've reached my first open space in the previous round. What I'm going to do is insert my crochet hook not in the previous round but in the round before that, and I'm going to single crochet there, pull that tight. So I crocheted deep through that hole into the round before, single crocheted once and pulled it tight, and that causes my petal to dip in, as you can see. Okay, I'll do that again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now I've reached my hole again. I'm going to dip in and single crochet that tightly into the round 2 rounds before, and that causes the petal to pull in again. Now I'm going to continue in that manner, single crochet 7 times around each petal to outline it, and then when I reach the next open space, single crochet deeply to pull that tight. Okay, you can see I have now made my way all the way around the edge of my flower, and I'm back at the beginning. I just slip stitched back into the chain stitch that I made to begin the row to pull that all together. Okay, now we're ready to begin our last round, and so we're going to change our yarn color one more time. I usually make this last round white. This is the round where we turn this pretty little flower into a hexagon. So I have tied on my white color, and I'm going to begin this round by chaining 3, 2, 3. Now I am going to begin double crocheting around the top of my previous round. Doing it, okay. Double crochet. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to double crochet back in that same stitch I just double crocheted in. Okay, so we've got the first chain stitch of our round, 3 double crochets, a chain, and then another double crochet in the same space. So we have 2 double crochets in that space. Okay, now I'm going to double crochet 3 more times. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches, a chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 more stitches along the edge of our petal. Now we've reached the place where we single crochet deep into 2 previous rounds to draw that down. When I get to that, I'm just going to chain to move across, and we're going to skip that stitch, and we're going to double crochet in the next stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. After my 4th double crochet, I chain 1, go back in the same stitch, and then I'm going to continue double crocheting along the edge. Okay, so again, 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches, a chain, and 1, 2, 3, 4 more stitches. Then we're going to chain 1 to skip this dip, and we're going to double crochet in the next stitch. Now I'm going to pause the recorder while I go ahead and finish the round. Okay, I'm almost finished. I just wanted to take a minute to show you that each spot where we chain 1 and then double crochet in the same stitch, that forms a corner of our hexagon. The side is flat until we chain and double crochet again in the same stitch. And you can start to see that's taking on the shape of a hexagon. And I'm at my dip, so I'm going to chain 1 and then slip stitch it into the third chain stitch that began my round. So here you go, we've finished our hexagon flower. All that's left to do is just pull this through and tie it off. And as with any crochet pattern, any loose ends of the yarn that you have from where you changed the colors or tied off, you just use a yarn needle and you sew those into your crochet. Or you can use your crochet hook to weave the loose ends in.